What's
A good
up,
start.
dog? Yeah,
What
that's
up,
how we
dog,
start.
indeed?
That's how I like to start.
What?
Wait, what? Welcome to wait, what?
What?
Sharpie, thanks for doing the podcast.
You kidding me? When you
Doing-
asked me, I thought there's nothing in my life has been more exciting than getting asked to do this since the
Yeah.
last time I was asked to do it. I can't think there's nothing that come up or been exciting. This is it.
You've been living a very boring,
Yes.
almost a non-life.
I mean, I've been doing stuff, but who cares?
You got
It's not
married.
been talking to the boys.
No big deal. Yeah, this is a big deal. No,
Yeah, dude.
your
I got
wedding
married.
weekend
You were
ruled.
there.
It was so fun.
Thank you.
I don't know if you have listened to recent episodes, but I told Sam, even though it was like mostly my favorite people, it was so many of my favorite people that it was a little overwhelming to try to coordinate lunch, where, who, what time. And I got to the point like 2 days in where I was like, I just want to be dead. I just wish I was here floating. Observing, listening, laughing along, but I'm dead, so that nobody's texting me. They're just, oh, I wish Lund was here. Maybe he is, stuff like that. But I am there. I hear it all. I send love. People can feel me. Some people who are more spiritual can feel me.
Yeah, people
there.
were tapped in.
Yes.
For sure. That is like being the groom. It was tight. All of you people were there. I did almost.
Well, that was to say, I
almost
can't
nothing.
imagine being you.
Oh, no, it was a treat. All we did was say, hey, you show up at the bowling alley on Thursday. That was the one thing. And then I saw you guys on Thursday. It was a party. Everybody. That's all I had to do. And then Friday was like, see you at the brewery. And then that's it. And then I got to see everybody all at once. It was still very, very overwhelming, though.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. It's too much of a good thing.
You're getting it from all sides, 360-degree penetration.
For sure. It's really crazy. I mean, it's like, duh. Of course, everybody at your wedding would be cool. Like, I would have invited not fun people. But it was very fun. At some point, who was I talking to? Somebody in Renee's family. I'm not positive. But they were, it was the photographer the next day. That's what it was. You guys missed it. He came to the little brunch thing the next day. You guys had already left. And the photographer showed up right at the end, and he was talking, and he was like, boy, one half of the room was really loud. A lot of fun. And I was like, oh yeah, those were all of my friends on that side, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, wow, they were so loud. And there's like just so much fun. And Mara was sitting there, and she was like, that's because they're professionally fun. That's their job.
Classically trained for fun.
Yeah. When you get 20 professionally fun people together, it's going to get insane. And then just the more that you add, it's too much fun. Quite literally.
That's why we called the show that, yeah. Whoa, you're having white wine.
Well, dude,
nice evening
Riesling.
So far.
I'm having a Riesling. It's called Big Salt. I'm changed, dude. I'm changed. I'm a wine guy. I'm a married guy who drinks wine, goes to the gym.
You're going to the gym?
Oh, that's all I do now. I go to the gym. That's it.
when you took your vows, yeah, you decided you were going to get it pumped up.
Absolutely. I've been to the gym more since I've been married than not. I like just because I got the ring now. I like having a reason to take it off, So I go to the gym and I just stand around in the locker room, take it off. Put it in the thing, go shower, come back out, put it back on. And that's about it. I don't really work out or anything, but I hang out in the locker room a lot. Pretty good in there. We took a little mini moon, and went down the coast for a little bit. Stayed some nights in Big Sur. That was sick.
Married in Monterey.
Married in Monterey. Beautiful.
Monterey area.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very pretty.
It's so pretty. And then went to Big Sur, which is arguably the prettiest place on earth. I mean, it's way up there. And it's just so goddamn peaceful. It's very chill. And we were there in the beginning/middle of the week. Couldn't be more chill. So that was excellent. And then we went to Santa Barbara and chilled there, had a nice meal. And then we went to Ojai for a couple of nights. I don't know. That's like an hour and a half away from LA, like north of LA. It's another little wine country.
Oh.
And on both of these little excursions in Big Sur, we went to like a 3-star Michelin or 3 Michelin star meal. And it
Jesus.
was so fancy. Both of us were very out of place because we were like, okay, this is like, it was at a very fancy place. And, obviously. And we had just done the whole marriage. So we were like, ooh, we should have another like date night right after. That'll be fun. So I brought another suit. She brought a nice dress. We were going to do a whole thing. And we went to what we thought was like the fanciest meal of our lives. And most of the people around us were like in jeans and hanging out. And we were amongst the like very rich. And it was very strange because we were
they were cosplaying as regular folks. You were cosplaying as rich folks.
Yes.
Happy Halloween.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And I felt so stupid and multiple times throughout not stupid, but out of place, just so people were so violently rich around us. It was crazy. we were talking, we were like looking at the menu because it was a tasting menu. And we're like, we're not really sure how this works. And we're so like nervous and like talking to each other. And then the waitress comes up to this other table. And this woman with like full confidence is like, can I just tell you like how can I give you what I want and you bring it to me in this order and blah, blah, blah. And the waitress was like, of course, we can do whatever you want. And it was like both Renee and I were like, wow. Like quiet confidence, like, wow. Look at that woman order her meal. We didn't have any idea what we were doing. We were shaky. Everything was nervous. And then we went in Ojai, we went to like the fanciest spa, like 5-star spa resort situation where you can stay there. But we just got a day pass so that we could use the spa. That was like stupid.
Hop the fence. You made it.
Dude,
it's a fake day pass.
That was the dumbest. Like I never felt more out of place.
Disguises. Dress like staff. Come in the back. Hey, yeah, we're new. Hey, where do we take our rings off? I want to rinse before I have to deal with these fucks.
I felt more in touch, and I had more in common with the like 16-year-old kid who was guest shuttling people around in like a really fancy golf cart from like resort location to location because the spa was like a 3-minute walk from the garden, and God forbid you'd have to walk. So there was multiple stations for a little fucking cart. And I was more in touch and had a better time talking to like the 16-year-old kid. I was like, tight, I got me and you, we're in tune. But everybody else in the place, I felt so strange. But it was also like, I don't know how much time you guys have spent in a spa. What a time. We're like full nude, hot tub situation, sauna situation, steam room situation, outdoor sauna situation that had like ultraviolet lights to help with aging and shit. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like no place I've ever been in my life. I felt very out of place. I stole a comb.
Were you? there's the non-rich people acting out.
I didn't know for sure. I put one in. I thought Renee and I were meeting at the same time. 2:30 was the designated time, and so we were leaving. And I put a comb in my pocket. I was like, "Fuck yeah, they're just have them out." I'm taking this thing. So I put it in my pocket. And a comb it's a brush. It was a fucking hairbrush. It was huge. It was like a big thing like this long that I like stuffed into my pocket and then went outside and like waiting for Renee. It ended up being like a half an hour that I had to wait with this fucking giant comb in my pocket. I was like, I feel pretty stupid. I shouldn't have done that.
but you kept it.
Hell yeah, I did. That's a forever keepsake. I'm never going to ever step foot in a place like that again.
Ivory handled.
Yeah, it's a nice wood.
Gold inlay.
Nice wood.
Shit. I was gonna.
You said something about nude.
Oh, well, yeah, Were you and Renee nude in these areas together?
Separate, but equal nudity.
Yeah.
So But again, we were both very uncomfortable. So we had a massage that was separate, and the massage was up. Like you'd walk into the locker room. There's a whole locker room situation that had all that stuff that I talked about: hot tub, saunas, all that stuff. And then you would go upstairs, and that's where all the massages were. And the massages, it felt because you would get when we made the reservation, they wanted to know your robe size and sandal size, and it was like, oh hell yeah! Right away we were like, this is so fancy. So
real quick, I needed that at the place Sam and Emily got a room for me and Bobby because
oh yeah,
I couldn't fit in the robe, so I put it on after a shower, and my dick is uncoverable. So I'm like, okay, this is useless. I'd have to put it on backwards and then like lay in bed.
Yeah.
and then the sandals, the slippers, I could barely fit. They weren't worth it because they weren't comfortable. So I was like, oh, good, I hulked out, and neither of these are relaxing or comforting. So yeah, go ahead. What'd you get?
How long?
Medium robe.
Medium robe. Probably could have gone with a small
slippers.
In retrospect, they're humongous. Yeah, I asked for child small.
Get me in there.
Child small for the shoes. He said, "You got it." They didn't have my size. They said, "You can just walk around You can walk around barefoot, little guy."
Little baby shoes. The cutest part of having a kid. Those little shoes.
That's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
You can hang them from your car rear view mirror.
That's right. But yeah, so we got there. So they told us to get there a half an hour early so that we had time to explore the grounds. And both Renee and I were like, I don't think we need a half an hour to explore the grounds. That's pretty ridiculous. And then we barely got there in time. Because we were lost, we needed the time to explore the grounds for sure. Barely got there in time. And so Renee didn't get the spiel that I did about the whole locker room. You get to go in. They had cool key fob thing. You press a thing. Your bathrobe was already waiting for you in there. Pretty nice. Got to take off my wedding ring. The highlight. Put it in the thing. Felt cool. And then I went
free again.
Oh
just
yeah,
feel like a young, hot piece of ass again.
But the person was like, clothing optional for all of this, and I was like, I'm never going to be here again. I find it fun. Let's do it. Although uncomfortable, but let's do it. So nude and then into the robe right away, and then just kind of chilled for 20 minutes waiting for my massage. So I just went outside on these little patio things. It was all covered and nice, beautiful. And then I went upstairs and was waiting, and I didn't know what to expect, but I was like waiting with a bunch of other people, not a bunch, but probably like 3 other people, older ladies, all in like robes while we were just sitting there. And I was like, I kind of wish I wasn't naked now. Underneath the robe, I feel weird because there's, but then after that, all good. Massage was great. Went back downstairs. There was a few other guys, but all old, and everybody was like, hammers out. We're all doing it. So I was hammers out doing it. It was fun. It was a good time.
Robe, nothing on, or getting into the water, you're completely nude.
Yeah, for sure. And then you're like, so they're all within walking distance of each other, so it'd be weird to like have.
Winnie the Pooh. You're like a little kid. Little baby shoes, a t-shirt, and then nude from the waist down because you ran away from mom. Mid-diaper change.
That's Speaking of free. Right. Looking for a new diaper.
Truly free. You just figured out how to walk.
Honestly, this was one of those places where everybody was so fucking filthy rich. I'm sure I could have just asked somebody like, could you mind diapering me? And they would have done it. I just lay there and they would have put on a thing. It was so strange how many people were walking around the freaking locker room area throughout to make sure that everything is like perfect. Like you use a towel and then there's somebody's right there to replace it again. And the water thing and constantly, which is cool, but it was also like, I don't know, 20 different people saw me naked that day, and it was like, that's a little weird.
Do you want them there? I would imagine rich people are trying to figure out how dead people can be the staff. Ghosts, ghost staff. They can do stuff. They can interact with towels, with physical, with this realm, but they can't really be seen again unless you're tapped in, unless you're spiritual, and then you don't mind saying hello, or you're a bitch to them. It's like, hey, come on, you could be more discreet about this. Watch Ghost a couple more times.
Can't you be a little more see-through? Yuck.
Yeah, that's a bit of an ego thing. If you're making yourself that corporeal, you should be practically not even there, and you can still lift a towel. Okay, so that's for you.
Who do you think's listening to this podcast? You better dumb it down. The fuck was that?
They can pause and go. Well, if they read Sam's book, they've learned a lot of interesting.
They learned how to open
words.
the dictionary. Yeah.
They've got a tab on their computer or their phone that is dictionary.com, so they can figure shit out pretty quick. But yeah, we talked about it a little, Sam and Emily, having this nice Sunday planned in Carmel by the Sea, right? Is that where that was?
Dude.
More wine country.
The most picturesque.
Oh,
yeah, Carmel.
Bernardus was the
that
resort.
place. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and it was also fancy, like $12 for a cup of soup.
Yes.
And the staff, very quiet, running around silently.
Mm-hmm. European.
And then Bobby and our farts smelled so bad. We ruined that room probably.
I had really bad farts.
Really bad.
I had really bad farts at a different hotel, but I was blowing it out. I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting. I was having a hard time. I thought honestly, I was like, I feel fine, but according to whatever's happening inside of me, I'm dying. We should probably go and check something out.
Oh, also before I forget, you had that beautiful. I sent Becker pictures of the car that you rented to get.
Was that a 64 or 65?
64 Stingray.
Was it a 327?
I don't know. All I know is what I just told you.
It was $327 an hour, so you had it for an hour and a half.
We had it for 4 hours. It was sick. When I got dropped off, this is funny. So we got dropped off into chaos. I was hanging out at my house. This is the day of, hanging out at the Airbnb. I'm getting ready with my friends. We're having a little fun. It's very chill. And then I go over to do the first look and take pictures and immediately get dropped into tornado. I get out of the car and they're like, stand here. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Gun in your mouth. Get over here.
Honest to God. Nobody said hello or how's it going or big day. They said, okay, you're over here. And I was like, oh, okay. And I stood. And then he's like, okay, now Renee is going to come out. And then Renee, the photographer's telling me instructions. Immediately, you got to stand here. Renee's going to come out of this way. And before he gets done with his spiel, one of Renee's sisters I need Chris for 5 minutes with the guy dropping off the car. He has to sign paperwork and do all this stuff to legally be able to drive it. I need 5 minutes, please. And they're like, we're already behind schedule. I was like, everybody fucking chill. There is no schedule. We're getting married at my grandma's house. So we can wait 10 fucking minutes. Everything's fine. But anyway, everybody was fired up. It was exciting. But the guy, I walk over and he was like, I did not realize that this was the scenario. I'm sorry. Anyway, you can drive a stick? And I was like, oh yeah, I can drive a stick. And then he looked at me like, you can drive this thing? And I was, yeah. He's like, you can drive this thing? And I was like, well, now I don't know.
Yeah, what do you mean?
You just made me very nervous. Yes, I know how to drive a stick, but what the fuck?
Yeah, he means it's a 64 with an M20 Muncie and he doesn't want to buy expensive parts. It's not any harder to drive than any other. It's actually easier to drive than a lot of sticks.
I'm sure. So I was just like, I don't know now. And I was like, I'll be cool. And I was like, look, dude, I promise I'm not going to fuck around. And he goes, fuck around, do donuts? And I was like, no, I mean, I won't drive it. If I'm not comfortable, dude, I'm not fucking around. The fucking car. I'm not. This is the wedding day. I'm not going to get in an accident or stall on the fucking side of the road like an idiot. Somebody else is driving this thing. This is a prop for pictures. It'll be fine. But at some point, I did hop in there and we did drive it, and it was fucking cake. The only thing that was weird is getting it into reverse. but that was no issue because I was like, I'd not have to put it in reverse. So I was like, no problem. Everything was cruising. We're moving. And then I couldn't figure out how to get it into third gear.
Yeah.
Just couldn't. So I stayed in second gear, which got me up to 55, and that's all I needed to do for the road we were on.
Hell yeah.
That was sick. It was fine. No problems at all. But I could not figure it out, which makes me feel very stupid. But I was like, I think, honestly, there's something wrong with it. It makes me think that, it's not the best getting into third and fourth. And you have to, like, jam it or something. And, like, really fucking give it the business. Well, I wasn't about to do that.
What was the deal? You could scooch the seat forward only so much, right? And it wasn't where you wanted it.
I was tiptoes, dog. I was using like every inch of my body to use it, and then the steering wheel was far and huge. It's like very wide, So I felt like a bus driver. I was like a fucking idiot for half I felt pretty dumb for part of it, and then I definitely was not locked in. Like I went up as far as I could with the seat, and I was farther than the last spot. So when I pressed the brakes, it would like lean forward, and I was like, "All right, very dumb." I'm sure the guy when he went to pick it up had a hard time getting in because he was like, "What the hell?" He was a monster.
He let a fucking kid drive this thing. I know.
Exactly.
I brought it up because and Becker, I don't know if you could tell in the picture because it was in the shade, but it was not black. It was a very dark blue.
Yes,
crazy dark blue, like the coolest blue. Midnight fucking blue. And we're over by it before everything got going. We're over by it. I sent you the pictures. Me, Sam, and Bobby are admiring it. I see a little white thing like right by the door handle. I'm like, oh, let me take care of that. I'm not the best man, but might as well clock in for a sec. And I wipe it with my thumb and smell it for some fucking reason. It's seagull shit. It's such a small amount. There's no way I figured it was anything, let alone bird shit. It was a little tiny little speck. And so I figured it's nothing. And no, it's not.
How'd you smell it?
I don't know, because I wondered what it was. It actually looked like whiteout. It looked like the tiniest little thing of whiteout. And it was like, why would there be whiteout right here? Why would there be? So, yeah, I didn't expect it to be bird shit, but immediately, it reeks of the sea. It was like salty fucking gull shit. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, my
God.
Nasty.
I pretend Sam has something on his cheek. I wipe it off on his face. No, I didn't do
Smart.
That. Damn. But
he wouldn't have noticed. He always smells like shit.
I was also going to say the other funny thing at the fancy spa wine country resort was Bobby and I had a different room. Sam and Emily had a balcony. They were on the second floor of a building. We were on the ground floor, and so we had an outdoor shower.
Whoa.
And I would have gone out there, but the regular indoor shower was also sick. It was huge. There was no tub or sliding glass door. It was just open.
It's a half door?
Just like a little bit of glass, but like it didn't matter because you were just in this giant room that was all tiled, and there was a drain that caught all the water. Like it was sick. Like that made up. I was excited about the robe. That was a no-go, but the shower was sick. But I did think about so I'm in this shower. It's wide open, the glass. There's no way to there's no curtains or anything. So it's just, you can just see into the little backyard, little yard area with the outdoor shower. And I pictured like a local or a staff member who's like a perv. His whole thing is checking out some of these hot, rich ladies as they bathe, as they shower. And so he either gets up, pokes his head over the hedge or the wall, or there's a little space where he can peek in, and he sees the complete opposite of a beautiful woman. He sees a giant nude man who has picked his skin into oblivion and is just Pink. Like he quits, he runs out of there in fear. Quits,
There's
never
so much
returns.
skin.
Yeah. that made me giggle.
How long did you guys stay there at that place? And what did you do?
Just Sunday. We went there. It was like a half hour away. We checked in, had lunch, went to the pool. I told the story. There were two guys in the hot tub, and it was like, come on, get out of there. I didn't want to go over there in the hopes of driving them away. And then, but they love talking. So now I have to hear about how, one is on the road selling fucking solar panels, the ones that you make.
Yep.
He doesn't get his hands dirty. He sells them. He moves them, moves units. And then, the other guy's even more boring. He used to paint, and now he lost all of his desire because his kid got hit by a drunk driver or something. So he doesn't do anything. He has all this money, but no amount of money in the world can do the one thing he needs, which is to bring his kid back. So
classic.
So Sam went over there, and they immediately left. But one lasted, I think I said 25 seconds. The other one might have made it to 50 seconds, but they both were out of there. And so Bobby and I were like, yes, we go in there, dick around. And then the pool was heated perfectly. Sometimes they're a little too warm, I think. And so I wish they were chilly. It wasn't that. It was where I wanted it. So we dicked around in the pool, and then must have had dinner a little bit later. It was very chill. It seemed like there weren't that many people there. So that was nice. Very few people to bump into or worry about.
That's what you're paying for, I think, at those fancy places. Except there's just nobody there. I went into the steam room with one other dude. There's a steam room for 50 people. And it was just me and one other dude. That's what's up. Then you don't feel so weird, looking at each other's naked bodies from 25 feet away.
Speaking of naked bodies.
Yeah.
God damn it. I didn't have the ad pulled up. No, yeah. Fucking nothing. God damn it. It's not loading for some reason.
What is it?
I think I got the same ad twice.
We got two, but it's just not downloading or loading.
Becker, you ever go to a fancy naked spa? You ever spend any naked time around Europeans?
Not at a naked one, but I've been to some fancy spas and had some fun. I like them. I also grew up around a pretty fancy spa where we all spent time.
What does that mean? Grew up around a fancy spa?
The neighborhood I grew up in. You went to one
often?
Yeah, and it was based around a 5-star hotel from the early 1900s.
Sick.
The Broadmoor?
Broadmoor? Yeah. Okay. I've never been there, but I've heard tell.
It's pretty over the fucking top. And way too nice.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's fairly fun. I'm glad that we did it for our honeymoon because it's, part of the celebration shit. But we were both wildly uncomfortable compared to the next place that we went, which was just a cool little motel. It was this is better. It was more of the speed, Yeah. Speaking of speed.
I'm sorry, no. No, I have one.
I got it.
I feel bad that you were uncomfortable for some of your mini moon. But if you want to be comfortable, even if you put on a couple of Halloween candy pounds, which I'm definitely about to do, you can always stay comfortable with Chubbies. That's right.
Oh.
They have stretch twill pants with an elastic waistband that you can wear from work right to happy hour. And
these
you don't text anybody. You go alone. What?
These are
Chubby
pants
shorts
or underwear?
and pants. Oh, yeah. They're
okay.
shorts, they're pants, they're a whole lifestyle. Chubbies has joggers, khakis, polos. All right, so it's up top and down below.
Okay.
Quarter zips. That sounds. Whoa. That doesn't have to be racist.
You know,
if you don't.
I was just going to say, my mom is a quarter zip. Why don't you keep it to yourself, you piece of shit?
Button ups and vests. Fuck. That'll take you right into the new season in style. God damn it. It's what it says, so nobody can be mad at me.
No, you're doing the right thing. Wow. Why are you making it specific?
Dude, because it's a thing. All right, so
is that already? Is that a real...
Yes.
Kind of, yes.
Oh, no.
Becker knows, because that was his whole personality for a while, was knowing all of the things to say.
Or to not. Hopefully. Jesus.
Listen, Chubby's is sending us some stuff.
Not anymore.
No, they are. Oh, they have to. They signed a contract. Just like you did before you were sliding around in that bucket seat in the 64. I could not fit into the shorts they sent me. So I sent them to Becker, so he got 2, and he loved them. I got the shirt. The shirt was great. Perfect, like summer shirt, perfect for the pool, perfect for lounging at the hot tub, hoping to gross out the strangers so that they fucking skedaddle. But we have a round 2 coming, and I'm very excited because I went the route of Sam and went with the 2XL Chubby's. I don't know if we're getting shorts or pants, but I'm excited because Sam swears by them. Sam loves his Chubbies, so we will be. And I love shorts with a hoodie. I'm so glad it's getting chilly. I want shorts and a hoodie. I would wear it every day. And Megan and I are about to go up and down that same coast that you and Renee were on. And it's
is that right? You're doing a little trip?
We're doing Morro Bay. We're doing
nice.
Where she lived briefly when she was 18 in Capitola, which is in the Bay Area, Santa Cruz area.
Yep.
We're doing the whole point of the trip is she's never seen redwoods, and I was like, baby, I've been to Humboldt like 9 times, so let me be your guide. So we're doing a couple nights in Eureka, Humboldt. We're doing. Speaking of which, doing one show. Yes,
there we go.
Chris Durant gently reminded me. I forget that I headline sometimes. Usually, it's like, hey, wherever Sam is, I'm probably there, and that's it. Yeah. And then I go jacket. But Chris Durant at Savage Henry Comedy Club reminded me, hey, you're doing a show up here. Maybe talk about it on your podcast. So it's the only show I think I'm going to do. And it is fuck.
You're right on top of it, dog.
I'm almost positive it is Friday, November 18th. Let me double check that.
So you're coming up here soon, then, dude.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, we're gonna
California trip.
Yeah, we're doing like Flagstaff, and then right to Morro Bay. Couple big drives to get to the West Coast, and then couple nights in Northern California. Fuck.
Sick.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, get there. Becker, what are you doing? You have big plans? You're going out of town?
Yeah, I'm going with Sam and the crew for Wide World out to Key West. And then I'm going to go with Sam and Pat to Tampa. Yeah, big Florida adventure.
Tight. Hurricane. Hurricane time.
They're going to pick up the pieces.
There's no time. You're going down there to volunteer, I assume, right?
I feel like that's what it might be in Tampa.
All right, Friday, November 15th, Savage Henry Comedy Club, Eureka, California, 9 p.m. It's the only show. Back to Chubbies. I love them. I can't wait to wear them. I'm going to have them on my head. Chubbies will make sure you're looking sharp and actually staying warm this fall.
Ooh, thanks for that. I'm tired of being
seems like you're blowing it and you can't stay warm yourself, but... actually staying warm. That's like a mom phrase. I like to see that you're actually staying warm this fall, honey. It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, you got to be actually eating to actually stay warm, you know? Are you actually eating out there?
Yeah, what the hell? That's why I don't talk to my mom. It's easier. You don't have to hear shit
Smart.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, for a limited time, our friends at Chubby's are giving Chubby Behemoth listeners 20% off with the promo code Chubby20 at checkout at chubbysshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code Chubby20. Support the show and tell them we sent you. This fall, make the most of every moment with Chubby's. Shop now and fall into comfort one stylish piece at a time.
I'm going to make the most of my Chubbies this fall for sure.
Make the most of
now that I'm married,
moment.
I got to make the most of all my Chubbies.
No more wasted.
That's right.
Chubbies.
You only have like 20 left, so put it in there.
We're all legally obligated, is the thing. Now.
Oh no, that's
if I want to, she has to. If she wants to, I have to. That's part of the deal.
Yes, that is.
It's part of the contract. It's part of the contract that we signed.
I thought no. Yeah, you're right. I thought you meant
not state sanctioned or anything. But we have our own contract, and it's crazy.
According to some churches, that contract means you have to make babies with every chub that you.
That's part of the contract. We're trying.
Oh, you signed that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She's already pregnant.
Damn. Working
quick. What are you going to do? Wow, that'd be crazy if that were... What are you going to do? What if that were true? And I'm just making this joke all stupid. She's already pregnant. That would suck.
Yeah.
Our brand new marriage would be on the rocks.
Maybe you do that, but yeah, take a second. Enjoy being... I mean, some people get married because they're preggo, and then they're just... in it. They're up in that. And then the baby comes out and is like, I want money. And then you have to rob a bank or whatever. So yeah,
I would
take
have
a year.
Jesus Christ.
Pull out for a year. And then after that, maybe leave it in and dangle it and see what happens. But my God, right away, it's like, come on, what are you doing?
I couldn't agree
live
with you
your
more.
life.
We got so much time. We got time to do that.
We have so much time, but you know
what we don't have time for?
You know what we don't have time for is another segue. If you're bored on a Friday night, the solution is easy. Throw down a couple of bucks on my bookie, and you'll instantly have something to live for.
Goddamn right.
All you have is this $5 on the Clippers to fucking beat the Suns?
Yes, I'm married.
These are crazy.
I have nothing left.
Coffee.
I have nothing left.
Did you get married and it didn't solve your problems? Well, guess what? Put $50 on fucking Cardinals Chargers. Live again.
Fun.
Live again.
Yeah.
Is there no amount of money in the world that can bring him back? Your poor son. He was hit by a drunk driver. He hopefully didn't feel anything. He might have felt everything. You'll never know. But you know what you do know is that Missouri's going to cover against Alabama. That's
that giant settlement didn't bring you happiness. But maybe doubling down will.
Did you? I don't know if that Missouri quarterback went to the hospital last week mid-game, came back, played again, led the Missouri to victory. And then, like, last night, they played Alabama, which dropped to 15th because they lost last week. I don't know what happened. Maybe he died. Maybe he should have stayed in that hospital. But you could have made money off of it, whatever happened, with promos like weekly risk-free boosts. My bookie will even refund your wager if you're wrong. So it's a total win-win situation. What? Sam likes to say you can't lose with my bookie. They hate it. They say... That's only with the weekly risk-free boost, Sam. You can't lose because they'll if you blow it, if you biff it, they'll be like, "Hey, it's cool, man. Here's that money. Put it on something else. We don't care. We're making a lot of money off of losers. So go ahead. Here's free money. You're gonna give it back to us eventually because the house always wins, baby." But you know us.
I made a big gamble.
We're always betting.
It didn't work out, so.
Yeah. Because you didn't think she could get pregnant. She said she didn't have a uterus, but she does.
Well, I really kept waiting for her to back out. I was like, there's no way she's really going to do it.
Oh, it was like a game of chicken. It was a gunfight, but you didn't think she was going to pull the trigger. A duel. A lot of those duels,
exactly right.
It was like I'm pretty sure this is true. It was gentlemanly to miss. Like you weren't supposed to, like it. Okay, you get into it in public. One of you feels you've lost face, so you have to challenge the other guy to a duel. The other guy has to accept, or else he looks like a total puss. So then you're gonna duel. But it was probably when fucking Hamilton came out. I think somebody, everybody was talking about duels and whatnot. And I think that it was true that 9.5 times out of 10, these two guys in the duel kind of knew, understood, or your second or somebody older would tell you, hey, these duels, you can both say face if neither of you murders the other. Like, that's how you get out of this. And fucking, what's his nuts? Aaron Burr and Hamilton they didn't get the memo. They shot at each other and fucking killed. Wait, Aaron Burr killed Hamilton.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I thought you were talking about the gun or a glove duel where you slap each other in the face,
That's the challenge. When you challenge
that's how I proposed to Renee. So that's why I kind of think that's why it was a whole chicken situation.
Oh yeah.
I got down on my knee so that I was face level with her because she's so small. And then I slapped her in the face with the glove, and I said, "Bet you won't." I fucking bet you won't. And then I gave her a ring.
Hey, show up! I dare you to show up.
You know what? I'll be at your grandma's house in the front yard. You show up.
Wait, now I got confused. I thought, we lost Nana, right? We were in Nana's driveway. No. Was she gone but not forgotten?
No, she was there.
She's alive. Okay.
Yeah, she was there.
Nanu recently passed in the last couple of years.
Nanu.
A different Nana. Nanu.
The grandpa.
Oh, her husband.
Her husband. Yeah.
Okay. Well, God rest his soul. That was a beautiful home. You couldn't get another picture. You couldn't get another family picture of somebody when they were 12 on those walls. They were covered. You couldn't show more love for your family than that home did.
Every surface of the house, for real, every surface of the house.
Every table had 15 pictures on it. Every little desk or every little top of a...
For real. They're all like 4 pictures deep.
It was really nice.
There's pictures leaning up against pictures and frames. It's ridiculous. It's very cute, but it's also a little overwhelming.
That's right. I went in there.
There's never been a better grandma's house.
I went in there to see if there were any brushes to take, if you know what I mean. Mementos. Put your money where your mouth is and start betting for your favorite team on my bookie. Hey, Renee, put your money where your mouth is and marry me.
Bet you won't.
I bet you won't. You can even bet on horse racing. the classic sad sack at the track.
Shit.
Horse racing is back. You can lose it all while watching beautiful, beautiful animals.
Do you want to let everybody know you got a fucking gambling problem?
Get caught at the track. Have a little newspaper.
Yeah.
Did we tell you? Sam and I found
fucking animals.
Did you see the newspaper at some of the stores in Monterey? The Funny Times. What was it called? The Laughing Times. Just a stupid little newspaper, very short magazine newspaper.
Paper situation.
Yeah, local, maybe regional printed. Maybe 100,000 copies along the coast. Stupid shit. We thought it'd be great. It sucked. We thought we could use it for 40 minutes of the hour. Nothing in there. But we think, this is gold. We found it when we were having lunch with Bobby. Then he's going to go back to the hotel. We're going to watch Smile 2. Get high as hell. We're vaping in the theater. Can't tell us nothing.
Whoa,
kick me out. Kick me and Sam out. See what happens. Good Lord. Could you imagine if a kid was like, sirs? You can't finish watching Smile 2 because you vaped, and there's 6 people in here, and one of them thinks they smelled something.
Sam would have had the top half. You would have had the bottom half. 2 bites.
Oh, I'm thinking we rip him. We pull him apart. Anyway, but we want Bobby to take the funny times, the laughing weekly, back to the hotel, and he's like, "No, man." And it's like, who cares? What are you talking about? He's like, "I don't want." He acted like it was impossible. Like he couldn't logistically. He couldn't. Like he wished he could, but he wasn't able to. And it's like
his bag
what are
was
you
full.
Doing? He didn't want to hold it in his hand. And it's like, do you think somebody's gonna call you a nerd because you have a little like bit of a newspaper that that's rolled up in your? Anyway, it made me think. It's the horse futures. It's the daily races, and you got your odds in there. And you're going down to the old track where she can't get a hold of you. Your cell phone doesn't work in that area, so I'll call you after we're rich.
I quickly talk shit about horse racing, but there is no more fun day than getting a little wasted at the horse track.
Oh, yeah.
Beers are cheap. Hot dogs are cheap. You can gamble for cheap. You can wear a big dumb hat if you're a girl.
Undertaker hat, yeah. No, of course, it's a fun classic. I said it was a classic. I mean, it is a classic for a reason. It's a classic. And there's a bunch of losers down there, but it doesn't mean that you're a loser because you've got to know for champion.
You're on a fast track to Degenerateville, but who cares? It's fun.
Or you nail it and you go up to that fancy person spa and make you feel out of place.
Ooh,
because you belong there and Sharpie and Renee do not. What about this? Renee Charpentier.
Ooh, isn't it nice? Doesn't it just roll off the fucking tongue?
That's how everybody should say it. This is my wife, Renee Charpentier.
What's cool is now that she married me, she's no longer whatever the fuck she was before. And she's just 100% French, which is tight.
Yeah.
No more Polish or Italian.
She's pure now. She's acceptable. Mm-hmm. She's an actual person. She's not a quarter zip. You can even play games like Rags to Witches and Buffalo Cash Pool.
Wow.
Hold on. My shit's being dumb. Hold on one sec. Hopefully we're good. When you're ready to get started, just click the link in the show notes, sign up, and you're ready to bet. Use promo code Chubby to claim a bonus that doubles your money on your very first deposit. Come on. You heard that right. Double your money with code Chubby before you even place a bet. MyBookie Plus is the lock of the century. Bet on anything, anywhere, anytime, and make your season a winning season. God damn.
That's pretty good.
I stepped in it on that one. But they love it. They literally, I'm sure.
They love it.
Once people see that you're having fun with the ad reads, they know they're in there.
And we are, baby.
We're listening to true crime podcasts. We listened to a couple, Megan and I, on the way here, back from Denver. Went up there so she could see the magnetic fields in Boulder with her cousin. She got to have a wonderful time. And we're driving back down here earlier today, and we're listening to like 25-minute long true crime or like spooky podcasts. So many ads, and it's just either them reading it straight up, or it's the they've got it in the tank. They just drop it in, and it's like you skip them. That's how you. Hey, guess what? Suck it. I'm going to skip it. You can't skip our ads because they're so. They have the potential. Some of them have been the funniest part of the episode, not on purpose. It just happens. We take whatever they give us and we spin it into gold, or they give us they give us a trap and we step in it, and then the humor is in us shaking that shit off of our shoes. Yes.
One part of the wedding that I thought was quite hilarious was during my parents' speech when they were talking, and my dad started off and he made some dumb little joke. I think he said, Chris is our youngest son. We've known him most of our life. I'm pretty sure he said it's pretty fun. We all had a good laugh. fun. And then he said some other whatever. And then he said, Chris is a stand-up comedian, and that's why I moved to Los Angeles. And then he just handed the paper over to my mom.
Yeah.
And something about the transition was the timing of it was really hilarious.
Yeah, unintentionally.
I don't know what. Yes, unintentionally, through the roof comedy.
Killed.
The comic side of the room just exploded with laughter as he handed the paper over to my mom, and he was like, "What's funny?" And my mom's like, "I don't know." And he's like, "I don't know." They're very classic old people, like missed it completely. But the transition of being like setting up, that I live in Los Angeles through comedy, he somehow made it really bad. It made it
to me.
I don't know what he did.
To me, it was that it either sounded like he was disgusted, like it was hard for him, like he was still mad at you for moving to LA, and so he could not continue to read or didn't want to, or it felt fun. It was just funny. It was like an awkward time because it felt like the first sentence of a new paragraph. So why would you end there?
Just stop. Right.
Like he could have even said any like second or like third sentence that would have been like a handoff point, like, continue to pursue his dream. But it was just like a straight fact. Like in 2015, Chris moved to LA to continue to be a comedian. And then he was done. And it was like, wait, what? Like, you don't have a thought about that? It was hard to watch him go, but it was cool to see him leave because he was shaking that thing.
Or now Kathy's gonna say something. My mom, like something, the other. It was just like such an abrupt stop to the like here at the beginning of Chris's life, he loved sports and he did stand-up comedy, which is why he moved to LA. And then he just hands the thing over to my mom. It was pretty great. I love when old people they don't even know why they're funny. It's always a good time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, I wish I could have had, like, I told Sam and Bobby after, it was like, when you have so many people that you like that you haven't seen in a while, it sucks to be at a wedding, because at a wedding, ideally you have like 2 or 3 people that you want to talk to and you stick with them. Like some people, I think it used to be, I told this to maybe Mara or Kevin, used to be that I think you kind of felt like you had to meet as many people as you could that you didn't know. Maybe when you're younger, you feel like that, or when you're older, you do that. But in between, it's like, fuck, I'm not going to meet everybody. You don't have to. You don't have to meet me. I don't have to meet you. Like, let's just do that. I think that kind of prevailed. And so that was great. But then instead of having 3 or 4 people I want to dick around with, it was like 15. It's like, I can't talk to Mark Lee as much as I want because 7 other people just walked by and I have to like move around a little bit. But like I said, that's a good problem to have, but it was still a problem, and it made me want to be dead. So
I heard that. Me too, dude.
I
wanted to die the whole time.
You did cry the whole time.
No, I wanted to die the whole time.
You hate crying, and you kept tearing up. It was so beautiful, man. It was so, and I told you, I teared up when I told you in the driveway that I think you called it when I went to LA to see Kim and Eli. Like as soon as I could fly, I think during 2021, I went to one of your Wednesday dinners that you were doing where you met Renee, or that was like when you guys first started dating, right? You invited her to these Wednesday dinners. Mm-hmm. Or because you were now dating, seeing each other, you were doing like this little get together dinners. And I think you said, pretty sure she might be the one, dude. And I was like, women are sluts and or whores. She will either ruin you or annoy you until you fucking kick her to the curb. No, I was very excited because you were right.
Nailed it.
I did. Correct.
It's crazy. It's real crazy. I will say, I felt like that whole wedding was truly fun. Sometimes weddings don't feel fun.
Yeah.
That's obviously objective because I was like, I had fun, obviously. And I think whoever is getting married is going to feel like their wedding is fun. But I feel like everybody had fun. feel like everybody was dancing. The whole thing. It was a nice time. I think everybody had fun.
Well, I think you
It's
had a
good.
couple people that were probably dealing with some of their own shit. And
of course, little losers.
or I think I told you guys were chill with like, hey, we're gonna be bowling at 7, or we're gonna try to meet up here and have dinner at this brewery, or after you guys were done with your rehearsal stuff, we're gonna be at this brewery. And then there wasn't a lot more like detailed, specific information, because why would there be? But also, some people want that. They want the specific itinerary of every, like, where I have to be, what I have to do. And so some people probably did not like that. And I was like, this is actually better, because, the alternative is wrangling everyone for specific shit. And then half of them don't know or go to the wrong place. Like, so it was easy. But
it was already so hard. Just
more.
with the tiny bit of information that we had for people, it was like, just go to this one place at 7:00. How many text messages I got that day was like, where are we going and at what time? And it was like, it's on the fucking website. There's like, it was in the invitation. It's on the website. It can be more obvious. And then I had to text people the website for our wedding. And it's like, Christ almighty. That's how you said yes to being here. How do you know? Anyway. People are stupid. It's incredible trying to wrangle people. It's also, it sucks making a list of people that can get invited to a big event, because there's so many people. I mean, ours was dope when we had like very few people where I was like, I wish I could have invited this person instead. Like, there's almost no one that I didn't want to invite, but there's like 100 more people that I wish I could. It's a real bummer.
Yeah, tough decisions had to be made.
That's what you get when you're not rich.
Do you know how big of a phenomenon the braid?
Oh, I know.
The rat tail.
Oh, well, I don't know necessarily out in the world. I know that you guys, I know it's on the Patreon for you guys, which is incredible.
Yes.
And people commented on some of my wedding photo things on Instagram, like, I mean, not like a lot, but I'm pretty sure somebody said something about it. Like, where's the
I would imagine, because if
I didn't take a picture of the rat tail,
no,
I didn't have time.
You were respectful.
I was doing other stuff, but I did see it, and I've seen it before. I've seen it at another wedding, another family wedding.
I wondered if it was always. Because like I said, it wasn't like a classic rat tail where it's short and maybe goes the length of the back of your neck and it's free, or it's like kind of ratty. This was so long it was braided. So is it a rat tail? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Kind of thing. Yeah. And
it felt more like a mullet situation, but it's not, because it's all
not a no. Because the sides were not shaven. Yeah. But, I was curious if it was typically braided like that, or if sometimes... Oh, hello. Hello, kitty.
We have a cat. We got a cat in the situation.
Who is that?
This is Puna, the cat.
Puna.
You say hello? Yeah.
What the fuck is Puna? Oh, there's Hawaiian connections to Renee's family, correct?
Yes. Oh, so God.
Puna sounds Hawaiian.
That's right, Puna Girl. It's a part of Hawaii that Renee was born in. Renee was born in Hawaii, on the Big Island.
Not a haole. Yeah. Or wait, technically a haole? No.
I mean, I don't really know what No, I don't know. But I know that she has no legal middle name, but she does have a Hawaiian middle name that's like 14 names long, and it's pretty tight.
Oh, yeah. And you had to say it all at the wedding, and you biffed it.
I would have biffed it if I had to.
Yeah. So I was curious if this was a thing where, like, sometimes it's like loose, and the braid was for the wedding. And it was so funny to see such a long braid with a suit, with a nice suit.
Yeah,
like, that goes with this shirt with an alien black light.
Absolutely.
This is an alien.
You know what's funny though?
Weed or whatever shirt that I got in Joplin, Missouri.
It does go with that very well. What is funny too is that I've only seen that rat tail in a suit because I've only seen him at a wedding. So that's
Events.
two on seeing him in a suit.
Who is this fucking guy? I can't remember.
Well, did you talk to him? Because he's very nice, for one. So he's not a fucking guy. Okay.
I mean, he is, but I didn't call him an asshole. I called him a guy.
Yeah, you called him a fucking guy. He's just a guy.
Well, I was getting excited.
And you should be. He's a fucking guy with that kind of hair. Come on. So one of Renee's good friends, it's his brother. And her whole family was there. And so Renee went to high school with this woman, is good friends with her, and good enough that she invited her family.
Yes, that's her brother. A good friend.
And then yes, exactly. So, and then there was her brother. Yeah. And nice guy. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
Everybody's got a thing. Everybody's got a thing.
Mystery.
Everybody's got a thing.
Super gentleman. I was excited by.
Go ahead.
How many? There was 3 cowboy hats at the wedding. I was pretty excited about that. 3 cowboy hats.
Yeah.
And then that rat tail. I was like, this is crazy.
Well, I think I said something a couple times. Oh yeah, because Brent. This. How about this? Brent Gill. We all know Brent Gill. 99% dumbass, 1% dipshit. He fucking outfit shamed me, pinch fibbed me. He made it seem like I was wearing garbage bags with needles and blown out condoms on them because I didn't have a belt because I had a dark gray jacket with dark blue pants and black shoes. He made it sound like I was a clown. He made it, and he would just be like, "No belt, huh? You didn't bring a belt?" It's like, "No, dude, it doesn't matter at all." He's like, "Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I brought 3." It's like, "Great. Why don't you wear all 3 of them, dickhead, and I'll hang you from one of them." I didn't understand.
Hang yourself.
He was such a little bitch about it, like a cunty fucking.
Interesting.
As if, I don't know. I mean, he looked good. He looked nice, but he made it sound like I was an animal. He was such an asshole about it. But
so interesting. He must have been going something. He must have been going through something, dude. Because
he's always going through something.
After the wedding, when we went out in town, and we went out to that whatever that shithole bar was, I can't remember.
Oh my god, Alfredo's.
The worst bar.
You or Renee, someone had an idea to go to a place that would have been perfect. It was tables. Yes. It was low key. Yes, there were going to be a bunch of us, but we would have ordered drinks and talked, and it would have been cool, and I think they would have been happy. But for whatever reason, they saw the first few people in the party come in, and they were like, no, we don't want you in here. Take that shit to Alfredo's. And we had to go to Alfredo's, which was fucked.
A total dive bar, which
very much
fine.
A dive, like the only bar that was still open because the rest of the city kind of shuts down early. So everybody goes there. There's another wedding, like getting into a fight, like almost fighting either locals or within the wedding party. They're fighting. There's drama. The bouncer is going constantly doing a loop inside and outside of the bar. And I'm like, what's going on? And then eventually I see these wedding people like trying to talk each other down and let's just get out of here. But then nobody fucking leaves. Yeah. We have to go with the trash.
Total insanity.
Alfredo's. Yeah. Me and Sam were on a stakeout for a while just to not be in there. We're like hoping that you want to bail, but
at some point
you were out of the way.
There's like 3 or 4 tables of our people sitting in one spot, and then a bunch of people standing around those tables. And Brent comes over and he's like, "There's like a wide open spot over in the corner." And I was like, I think I told him like, "Don't worry about it," or maybe I was mean. I don't remember. The point being, I was like, it's fucking impossible to get these 20 people over to that side of the bar. That's just a bad idea. Blah, blah, blah. And it turned into like a thing where I thought I was like fucking with him because I thought he was joking. And at some point he like was actually upset. And I was like, chill the fuck out, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? But it was the same thing. I was like, he must be going through something. But he was giving me too hard a time about trying to get everybody over to the other side of the bar. And I was like, buddy.
How did
Chill the fuck out.
Did he play golf okay? Did that spiral him?
I don't know. It can.
He said his back's
put a guy
doing.
in a spot.
He felt strong when I
Seems
hugged him.
fine.
I said, "Can I give you a big one, or do I have to be gentle?" And he said, because he had the back stuff that he was going through, and this is months ago, so I wasn't sure if it was better. He's like, "Oh no," and he felt strong. I told him his torso felt fucking like a little brick wall. So I figured he shot okay. So it wasn't that.
Yeah,
What is it? Because he's alone? It's because he's alone and he always will be? Because they always leave?
That's probably it.
I don't know. All he has is a Frankenstein's monster of a car that ran for like 3 days.
It's running.
He's like, Baker's like, yeah, you can make fun of him for the other shit, but the car is okay.
Yeah, that's an honest issue and addiction to have.
He's got a cool little motorcycle thing now, That's got to be.
Oh, what?
Instead of a girlfriend, he's got a cool little motorcycle. That's got to be.
Fuck the motorcycle.
I'm sure he's tried. I don't doubt that for a second.
Yeah, I'll have to see why he was in such a little catty mood.
I don't know. We made up immediately, but I was like, "Oh, you're like actually upset." I couldn't believe it. I was like, I started laughing. It's like, "Oh my gosh."
Maybe he realized what a lot of us felt, which was this sucks. Being in this bar sucks, and it's our only option. And he tried to fix it, but you didn't think it needed fixing, that it would either fix itself, which it kind of did because everybody made it over to where like you could fit.
Yes, that's where he wanted people to go. And eventually we went there and
it happened.
He was like, this is fucking insane. And I was like, just chill, man. Just fucking chill. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Like you can leave. You can just, it's not a big deal. But he made it a big deal. Sometimes it's hard not to make it a big deal when you're fired up. When you feel like you have the right answer. He's like, I'm just trying to make it better for everybody. And I was like, I'm sure you are. But everybody doesn't care. Everybody's just sitting around talking right now. So.
But get fucked. It was also a small bar. It's not like you could get lost and it's like, oh, I don't know where everybody else is. Like you could kind of look around and be like, oh, they're over there. So I can either shove in over there or hang out over here by the ATM. I was glad no one. I was worried about like a locals only thing where it's like we obviously don't live there and we're dressed nicely, so then like that can anger some people. Like if you're reading a book and the guy walks by and is like, "Fuck you," like that makes you mad. I thought maybe that would happen.
That's their whole town is touristy shit, so they're used to that stuff.
Yeah. There were literally, I think, 3 different wedding parties that were walking the streets.
Exactly. That's the whole thing.
Oh yeah, all three came through Alfredo's because again it was the only
that's
only
crazy
spot.
Done as hell. All three did come through Alfredo's, which was fun. One of them on the side of the street as we were passing them, we saw clearly the bride and she was wasted and she was like, it's my wedding, and we were like, us too, we just got married, and she goes, oh my god, this is my husband. And some dude turned around and was like, what? And then this other guy came wandering from out of nowhere and he was like, hey, and like shook her. Guy came up and shook our hand. Pretty funny. She definitely pointed to the wrong guy. She was very drunk. She wasn't sure who her husband was, apparently.
She pointed at a car. She was like, this is my husband. Like, that's a Honda Element. Well, do you have anything to plug? Are you doing anything like me November 15th? At Savage Henry Comedy Club?
No, you know what, dude? I don't really have anything worth plugging right now. I'm going to be doing a couple of little things around Los Angeles, but they're all lame. Mm-hmm. And hopefully I'm going to be starting a podcast sooner than later. That's the new plan. We'll see what happens, dude.
Do you want to say anything? I'm listening. You and Steve, I like that a lot.
Yeah, we're talking. We're thinking about doing something.
Do you have a theme?
No,
okay.
Well, we're going to potentially talk about relationships. He, me, a brand new married man, him, a soon-to-be married man. He just got engaged.
Is he telling people? Is it a secret? Nobody.
Yeah.
Okay.
It shouldn't be a secret. I went to his engagement party.
I mean, like online or whatever. I don't know. Did he not? I didn't see anything. I asked him if he had posted, because I look at his stories. I like to know about his life. He said he hadn't posted. Maybe he has by now. It's been over a week since the wedding, whatever. Well, okay. So stay tuned for that.
Anyway,
don't
hopefully.
listen because you have to only listen to Chubby Behemoth and no other podcasts, not even Becker's. But
rightly
maybe follow the page. That could help you. No. We'll share it when you have a promo, whatever. Because the two of you sounds like a hell of a team.
We'll have a fun time.
We have so many Patreon episodes for you. If you aren't in there, get in there. We started the Patreon right away because we knew we wanted people to get a little extra flavor in your ear, Craig Mack style. Why do I know that right away? Remember that song? Patreon.com/Chubby Behemoth. So many episodes, probably a couple with Sharpie. I think we've had you on Patreon episodes.
I think so.
2 or 3.
Yeah, jacking off in a soccer field at night. A tarantula came and kissed your penis or whatever. That was crazy. Some great moments with the three of us in the Patreon. So why not check it out? Get in the subreddit. The Discord, whatever, get in there, find out who has them, and see if I'm fat or not. Go to read the YouTube comments, see if I'm fat or not. That's where the truth lies, in those YouTube comments. But thank you for listening, Sharpie. Thank you for being here, Becker. Thank you for holding on.
Absolutely.
I didn't even get to talk about my fun roast battle judging. So hopefully Sam and I will get into that. We'll be in Philadelphia November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We'll be in San Diego November 7th, 8th, and 9th, I believe. Or 7th and 8th. Go to samtallent.com for dates. I'll be at both of those. And we'll not be in Tampa, but Sam's in Tampa as well after Wide World. Maybe Becker will host. Oh, my God, please host. Bye, everybody. Fuck yeah.
Bye.